Hi, I'm Danielle. Welcome to my perfume journal. This perfume tray video is going to be a little different than some of my others because, as you can see, all of the perfumes on my tray this week are samples. It's been a couple of weeks since I made a perfume tray video, so we're going to jump right into my lineup for the upcoming week. I chose two newer samples, one that I've had for a while but have only sprayed once, and the rest are samples that I have worn but I really want to try to finish up. First up is Totally White from Parle de Parfum. I purchased this sample when I was doing my own little study of lilac scents, and I adored the note list when I read it. This perfume has notes of lilac, hawthorn, mock orange, and wisteria. It is fresh, it is mildly soapy, it is a creamy floral, and I always love when I see hawthorn listed as a note in a perfume. Hawthorn is a very delicate, somewhat powdery floral, and it works really, really well in combination with lilac and wisteria. And I'm hoping that when I give this perfume a really proper wear, that it smells a little bit like a Drop d'Issy, which is an absolutely wonderful, creamy lilac perfume. There are a lot of very, very beautiful but expensive lilac perfumes out there. There's Opardu from Puredistance, En Passant from Frederic Malle, and now this one, Totally White. But I think in the end, I would much rather have a Drop d'Issy. I will definitely wear this sample very happily until it's gone this week. Next is this little dabber of Rosa Novella cologne from Santa Maria Novella. I love all of the roses from Santa Maria Novella. There's Rosa Gardenia, which is a very light and green rose perfume. Then there's Rosa, which is just like a very fresh and natural rose. And this one, Rosa Novella, which is a more aromatic, spicy rose. So the notes in this are cedarwood, oregano, rose centifolia, gardenia, musk, jasmine, lemon, patchouli, petitgrain, moss, sandalwood, and pepper. And I'm just kind of in the mood for a spicy rose this week, so I'm going to empty this sample and enjoy this beautiful rose cologne from Santa Maria Novella. I also pulled out this sample of Glow from Jennifer Lopez. So I'm going to be honest, a lot of celebrity fragrances really escaped me in all of my years of being a perfume enthusiast and a collector, and I've only really just become acquainted with them over the last 5 to 7 years. And that is a real shame for me because there are so many fantastic, affordable celebrity perfumes out there. I just saw Karina from My Perfume Map talking about Lionel Richie's Hello, and now I absolutely need to get my hands on that perfume because, hello, it's Lionel Richie. So Glow, back to Glow. Glow is a clean, soapy, white floral perfume. It has notes of neroli, orange blossom, pink grapefruit, amber, rose, sandalwood, musk, iris, jasmine, and vanilla. And I think this is a really interesting kind of note pyramid. You have traditional base notes in the mid and traditional mid notes in the base. And I know I always say this, note pyramids don't tell the entire story of a perfume, but I still find them interesting and they do help me think about what I'm smelling when I'm smelling it. To me, a note pyramid is kind of like when you go on vacation and you have your map, but you're also open to veering off of the GPS and exploring little side streets and alleyways to see what you'll discover. So rather than smelling like a generic soap, Glow feels a little more elevated than that. It's perfect for that fresh out of the shower feeling, and I'm looking forward to wearing Glow this week. I only have a little bit left in this sample. This is Tenue de Soiree from Goutal. This is one of their perfumes that comes in the beautiful bottles with the jewel-toned fuzzy ball charms. This perfume has bergamot, pink pepper, freesia, iris, violet, and water lily, and patchouli, musk, and praline. And I'm usually not a huge gourmand person, but somehow I keep gravitating toward perfumes with praline. Go figure. So this perfume has a feeling of like a thick berry compote to me, like mixed berries that have been reduced in a pan with butter and sugar and then kind of dusted with ground up violet pastilles. It's not really edible smelling. This is more of a flormand because of that combination of floralcy and sweetness, but there is absolutely a ripe, dark berry quality to this perfume that you would not expect from just reading the note list. So we shall see if I end up finishing this perfume. It is very strong. It's kind of heavy. I can only wear like a spray or two at a time to really enjoy this fully. So this is a decant of Ormonde Woman from Ormonde Jayne. I have literally only sprayed this perfume one time, and I honestly do not even remember much about it at this point. But I did put it in my save bowl, so I suppose that means that I liked it. So I'm just going to give it a wear this week to see how much I like it. Ormonde Woman has notes of cardamom, grass, coriander, hemlock, violet, and jasmine absolutes, and cedarwood, amber, sandalwood, and vetiver. And from just reading the note list and knowing what I know about Ormonde Jayne, I suspect this perfume is going to smell very classy. I'm imagining a slightly spicy and aromatic woody floral, which I usually enjoy. So it's kind of fun to me to just like put on a perfume that you've forgotten what it smelled like, but that you know you liked it enough at some point to save it. So I will definitely report back on this one and let you know what I ended up thinking of it. I have something coming up this week that will require a bit of a going out scent, and I have always loved Celine's black tie for that. What I don't love are Celine's prices. I think they make absolutely beautiful, beautiful perfumes, but unless I find a low partial at a really good price, I don't see myself adding any Celine's to my collection anytime soon. Now, I will definitely spend money on a very good bottle of perfume up to a certain price point. However, some price points are just too much for me to justify a single bottle. I don't know, maybe that's like a ridiculous way to think about perfume, but that's how I think about it. It's not right or wrong to want to spend Celine level prices for perfumes. I think everyone should just purchase and wear what they want. But this is just how I consider my own personal purchases. So anyway, Celine's perfumes, at least the ones that I have smelled, they have the most gorgeous orris DNA. I likened their orris to Guerlain's vanilla. Some brands are just excellent at a particular note, and with Celine, it's orris. The notes of black tie are vanilla, orris butter, cedar, musk, and tree moss. I also love Celine's Dans Paris, which is the fluffier, kind of like more daytimey version of black tie. I find a lot of similarities between the two perfumes. And I think what takes their velvety vanilla orris DNA into nighttime territory in black tie is the moss and the cedar. Dans Paris has a cloud-like musk and laurel blossom that gives like a fluffy aura to it, but black tie has a woodier, mossier dry down, which gives that vanilla orris DNA a little more edginess. It's just beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to wearing this one out. Finally, I'm going to wear the sample of the newest release from Chanel, Chance Au Splendide. I shared in a previous video that I stopped at the Chanel counter at my local mall recently, and they had this available for sampling but not for selling. So the very lovely sales associate gave me 2 samples and this little porcelain and chalk Chance bottle that's meant to be sprayed with perfume and then used as an air freshener in the car, which is a far cry from those little cardboard trees. I am here for this kind of air freshener. So from the very brief sniffs I've taken of this perfume, I would say that of the entire Chance flanker collection, this one is most similar to Chance Au Tendre. It's light, it's fresh, it's a little bit sweet, it's a very likable perfume. The notes are raspberry, rose, and violet, geranium leaf and iris, and cedarwood and white musk in the base. It's very recognizable as a Chance flanker. It's very, very pretty. And despite the raspberry, rose, and violet and iris, this does not go into like chalky or waxy lipstick territory. It's still very watery and airy. It's a very pretty pastel kind of a scent. I am definitely looking forward to wearing this and finding out more of what this perfume is all about. Okay, so there we are, shaking it up a little bit this week with a tray made entirely of samples. And it got me curious if anybody else out there does this. Do you ever wear an entire week of just samples from your collection? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, for spending your time here with me, and for chatting perfumes with me in the comments. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.